Hey everybody, how you doing? I hope you've had a very triumphant Tuesday and that all has been well for you today. And even days prior to today that you've been doing well and that everything is going well. So I'm Jocelyn McElderry. I am the connection specialist. I help midlife women to connect and reconnect with themselves to go on and be the great that they've always were destined to be. And I just wanted to have a quick chat about what made me decide, or why did I decide to be a coach? Well, one of the things that made me to actually decide to be a coach is that I've been coaching people all my life, I think, in actuality, but I didn't know that's what you called it. It wasn't until later on in life that I realized that that's really what it is. Once I graduated from nursing school, there was always somebody that managed to migrate to me even before I got my license, that was always asking me about different things that had to do with nursing. I didn't take the traditional route in that, back in the day, because I graduated a while back. That's all I'll say about that. It was like a known thing that when you first graduated from nursing school and you first got your license, the goal was you need to go to med surg and work on the med surg unit before you go work at any other place. Well, that's not the route I took. I went other places and worked. As a matter of fact, at the time that I went to nursing school, I was actually working at Dorothea Dix Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. That was the psych hospital that everybody went to at that time. It was the premier, as much as you could call it that, because it was old, psych hospital. So I was actually working at Dorothea Dix. I started out working as a healthcare technician, and I was working there. So then when I decided to go to school, I was able to work and go to school, and they allowed me to do that. So I went and got my LPN first, and after I got my LPN, they made it even easier for me to go back and get my RN, because they needed the LPNs to do the medications. So they would allow me to work 4-hour shifts and 6-hour shifts, so whatever was necessary to cover the shift so that they could get the medicines given. And so that's what I would do. But even then, I was teaching somebody something. So then when I went back to RN school, same thing. They worked with me. But when I graduated and I actually got my license, they didn't have a position for me in the unit that I was in. I wasn't interested in going to any of the other units. So that was a problem. But I started actually working at women's prison. Even then, there would be people that I was always showing something or teaching them how to do something. So after I'd had my license a little while, I actually lost my mind and decided that I needed to go back and get that med surge experience that I thought I missed. Let me just say that it was working at Wake Med on a telemetry unit that almost got me arrested. That almost got me arrested. Because it was further back in the day, there was still some blatant racism that I encountered. So sometimes the charge nurse was not always a good charge nurse, so that your assignment was not always fair, depending upon if you were the only nurse of color working that particular night. And typically, we had a young lady that worked, that was a woman of color, that when she worked charge, it was absolutely amazing. Every shift went well. Everybody did well with their patients. The acuity was split up fairly like it should have been. But it was just this other one that didn't happen when she was charged. If there was a nurse of color working, they got all the tough patients if she could work that out. So anyway, but even then, we didn't have CNAs like they have now. We kind of did all the stuff because it was a telemetry unit. So even then, I was still precepting and all kinds of things, showing people how to do stuff, trying to help people with their patients, all of that. Then, when I actually started working in the jail, I did the same thing. They were always hiring new nurses, and of course, I was their preceptor. And then when I got to the health department, it wasn't much different. I actually took a couple of students a few times so that because I love working with the students and helping them understand what public health was really like. Because a lot of people didn't understand the public health mindset, and even now there are people that don't get it. Public health and correctional health, they are a totally different beast of any beast in nursing. So anyway, as I was preparing to get ready to retire, I that's how I learned about coaching, life coaching, career coaching. I never really paid it any attention before. But what I realized is that I had been coaching all these years. I had been precepting all these years. So coaching was like a no-brainer for me. And so I said, you know what? I think I want to be a coach. So I got a certification as a coach, certification in a life coach, and I'm a certified mentor. So I thought, this is a great thing to do. I can still help people. And I also wanted to help women that were possibly able to retire at my age, also possibly seeking a career change. They've got recently gotten a divorce and they were trying to navigate that. And I realized that I was an empty nester, so I could help people that were now empty nesters. So I thought, yeah, that's how this goes. So ultimately, that's how I became a coach. Now, what I love about coaching is that I can help women get past some places that I've actually been. A lot of times we discount our um, life experiences, we'll discount them and we'll count it all as rough times. I don't have anything to share with anybody. I don't have anything that I can help other people do. And in actuality, you can, because there are some people that can't navigate it and they just need a little push, someone to kind of walk beside them, someone to give them some strategies to help them deal with the situation that you came through. Now, you might have came through with flying colors, or you came through on the bumpy road and hit your head a couple of times. But the bottom line is you came through. So that's where coaching for me comes in, life coaching. Wherever you are in your life, at your midlife, and also helping you see opportunities to do some of those things that you've always dreamed of doing. Because sometimes when we're too close to a thing, we're not able to see as well. Someone can come in and look from the outside and see it a lot better than what we can see it. So that's where life coaching, mentorship, all of those things come in, is to help you see the things that people looking from the outside might be able to see, but we're too close to it that we can't see it. We don't know what we're looking at. The way we look at it, it looks like a mess. So, because it looks like a mess, we can't see the value in it. But there's great value in every single one of your life experiences, every single one of your faux pas, all of that. There's something in it for you to gain from. So, with that being said, let me introduce myself again. I am Jocelyn McElderry. I am the connection specialist, and I help midlife women connect or reconnect with themselves so that they can go on and be the great that they were always destined to be. Now, I have several ways that you can connect with me. I actually have a program that's starting April the 10th. I would love to have any of you that would desire to join me to be a part of that. I also have a Facebook group, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the links to both of those things in the chat or in the comment section after this video because I would love to connect with you in some way. And if you're not a part of my Facebook group, I would love to have you. And I would be ever so excited to work with you if that's what you so desire. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video because I got an appointment coming up in a few minutes. But I just wanted to stop in real quick and share with you how I became a coach and why I became a coach. Because I love helping people and I love nurturing because that's who I am. And it makes it easy for me to do. So take care. Until the next time I see you. Bye-bye.